자바보에
자바보에 세호호호쇼이.
Welcome back to Learning Mandarin with Taiwanese. I'm Angela.
I'm Monica.
자바보에.
Recently, Incantation went viral on Netflix. Have all of you watched it yet?
We have. Just for this video.
Because we want to share our culture and our real religion to you, and also our feeling of the movie.
The movie feels really realistic for us, especially for people who believes in Buddhism or Taoism, because of what's the name of the god? Mother Buddha.
Mother Buddha.
Yeah. The altar and everything feels very real.
And also, I have the same altar in my house.
Yeah.
But we are not serving Mother Buddha.
Oh yeah, no. It's fake. It's not real. There's no Mother Buddha in any of the religion. I hope.
If you remember, there's a chant in the movie keeps repeating and repeating, and I feel really realistic because I have the same, not the same, but I have this chant that I always repeat when I feel nervous or I feel
Scared?
panic maybe. It's 南无阿弥陀佛.
Wait, slow down again.
南无阿弥陀佛. I don't know about you, but my family chants a lot. So that's why when I feel panic, I always say the same chanting.
Do you say it out loud or just
No, just in my mind. And I feel more like, I feel relief after saying that. When we encounter problems, we'll go ask God's opinions. And as I remember that the most impressive temples that I went the most was the God for test.
For test? Oh yeah, I remember.
My parents will take me to a lot of different kinds of temples, but they all serve this God for test. And they will ask them if I can get into the best university or best high school.
Sometimes we'll go and ask if the gods will give us some lucky charm.
Oh yeah.
Like, for example, the god of test, he would grant us a little, like a pen. A pen or like a brush, a calligraphy brush, like a tiny one. You can't even write anything with it, but it's just a little charm that we will bring wherever we go, especially to school.
Yeah.
We'll bring it for just to make us feel a little
relief.
Yeah, relief, and you feel like
don't get too panic when you are in a
don't
test.
feel too nervous whenever you're taking the test because you feel like God's are with you. Yeah, it's with you or helping you.
When I went to this kind of temple for a God of test, I always ask for poems. Like there's a fortune poems, and you usually don't understand what it means, so you need to ask people who serve in the temple and ask for the meaning.
Yeah. They have a book full of definitions of different poems, and different poems have different categories. Like if this one that you got is lucky or is like bad
or unlucky.
Oh yeah, unlucky or bad or like
it's okay, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
So you might be wondering, how do we ask the opinions of gods? So we have these red tools. Ta-da!
They're called deviation
blocks.
Deviation blocks. So how do we use it?
When you want to ask the opinions of gods, you will ask a question in your mind.
You say your name first.
Oh yeah, you say your name first, so then the gods know who you are, and they can find you and help you.
Yeah. So you tell them your name, birthday, sometimes even your age, right? Yeah. And your address, so they know where to find you
and help you.
Yeah, and help you. And then you will say your question or like your request. If you take a look at it, one side is flat and the other side is more curvy, like this. Both looks the same. So how do you use it? Well, first you place the flat sides together and then you put it into your hands and then you start repeating your name, your birthday, your address, and the request that you want to ask. You just repeat it 3 times in your head. And then after you're done, you place the flat side on both of your palms like this, and then you throw it on the ground. And how do you know the answer? Well, there are 3 kinds. If it falls like this, the curvy side on top, it means no. And if it's the flat side on top, so you can see the flat side, that means either they think it's funny or they don't understand, which means you have to ask again. And if it falls like this, the flat side on top, and the other one, the flat side is facing down, that means yes. I've been to a lot of temples growing up, especially during holidays and festivals. The one temple that's really famous among teenagers is the god of marriage.
And it's called 月老庙 in Mandarin. I've been there for like 2 to 3 times when I was seeing someone when I just got into university, and I was kind of curious, like, because we can ask this god of marriage, we can ask them if the one I'm seeing is Mr. Right or not.
Ooh.
So then I went to this temple that they serve god of marriage, and I asked the question, like, because after you ask them the question, you can also ask if I can get these red lines, because red lines in Chinese culture means like if you and another person is a Mr. Right or Miss Right for each other, you will have red lines between you.
Kind of like a destiny.
Yeah.
Like you're destined to be together, so this red line will connect you together.
Yeah. Right. So after you ask all the questions you want to ask, the last question you could ask is like, can I get 1 red line? So how it works is we put it into our purse, the bottom of our purse, and just don't move it at all. And at some point, when you look at it and when it's disappeared, then that means the guy you are seeing is Mr. Right for you. And when I was asking these questions, the god's answer was no. But I didn't listen to it, so I just picked up 1 red line, and then.
And what happened?
So when I almost start dating with that guy, I checked my red line, which is in my bottom of my purse, and it's gone. So I thought that he's my Mr. Right.
But my theory was, I think the God knows that you're not supposed to take it because he said no to you, right? He said you cannot have the red line, but she took it anyway. So my theory was the God took it back. Like, nope, you don't deserve it. Nope, take it back.
And what happened was, after I started dating with him, after 3 months, we broke up, and the red line come back
See,
to my purse.
Now the God's like, okay, now you can have it. Now you can take it back. I heard people say if you go to 月老庙, and then you ask the gods whether the person you're with right now is Mr. or Mrs. Right. If the answer is no, that means within 2 months, 3 months, like 2 to 3 months, you're gonna break up because the gods already told you he or she is not the one. So they're gonna try to break you up so that you could meet your Mr. Right.
Sometimes I feel like we're just being too superstitious, like,
yeah.
Because that's why after I had boyfriend, I will never go to 月老庙 again.
No,
Because I feel like maybe we're just like too superstitious that we want to break up ourselves, not because of God.
Yeah.
But maybe before you had boyfriend, you can go ask questions like, when can I meet my Mr. Right?
Yeah. But after you have one, you're like, no, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Speaking of superstitious, you know what month this is?
Ghost month.
Yeah.
Ghost month is in July. How do I say? Lunar.
Yeah, in lunar calendar. Yeah.
In July of lunar calendar.
Mm-hmm. And the Chinese of ghost month is 鬼月.
鬼月.
There are a lot of taboos that we don't do during this month.
I think for myself, when I went to hotel, not only in ghost month actually,
Just general.
yeah, generally I will before going to the room of the hotel, I will knock on the door first, and I was saying something like, sorry, excuse me, we're going into a room, and please, like, we just stayed here for like a few days, so excuse me, and I'll go in.
Yeah, you just basically show your respect to any spirit that might be in the room. So you tell them like, excuse me, we're gonna be here for a few nights. We're gonna respect you and please respect us and don't scare us, please.
And another thing that I would do was I would always flush the toilet first.
I never heard about this before.
I don't know, it's just like some people told me that the spirits will like will be on the toilet or something, so you have to flush the toilet first.
So you flush the toilet to scare them away?
Like telling them, hey, we're coming, like make some noise to telling them.
But if you think about it, it's kind of rude. Like maybe they're using the toilet and you just flush.
And I found it really interesting that when I went to the US last year, then I started like, I don't believe in ghosts anymore when I was in the US. Because I feel like everyone will think I'm superstitious or they will think I'm weird. So I stopped knocking the door or flush the toilet. But after I come back to Taiwan, I started again.
Yeah, I think in Taiwan it's just really normal. I think it's a habit.
Yeah.
You know?
And talk about taboos. I think generally Taiwanese has this taboo, like we shouldn't point at the moon.
Oh, but is this related to?
Not related to ghosts but we just believe that we shouldn't point at the moon.
Yeah. Or else what? What would happen?
The
god of
genie?
moon?
I think the genie or
Genie?
the god of moon, they will come down and cut your ear.
Yeah, you cut your ears off. As
Just
a kid, hearing about this story scared me. I would like try, if I accidentally point at the moon, I would sleep like this.
If I accidentally pointed at the moon, I would say sorry in my mind.
Why do adults do this to children?
When I was in the elementary school, there was a girl. She told me that she has this, I don't know how to say it,
A
but
scar?
a scar on her ears, and she told me that because she pointed at the moon, and I was like, oh my god, I shouldn't do that. So whenever the moon is on the sky and I wouldn't point at it, I would be like, hey, look at there's a moon. I would do this.
I would do this. Just like respect. I respect you, moon. Let's come back to the taboos. Let's come back to the taboos of Ghost Month. I heard that you cannot hang your clothes outside
midnight.
Like during
Midnight.
Yeah, during midnight, because as believed, they think the ghost will be attached to your clothes.
Especially wet clothes.
Yeah, because in our beliefs, we think ghosts are attracted to water or like humidity.
And also, as I grew up, my parents will always tell me when it's ghost month, I shouldn't go to some river or lake, like opening waters.
Because there are spirits in the water, and they would try to gain your soul by killing you.
So they could be reborn. The next one is when you saw the red envelope on the ground.
Yeah.
In ghost month, you shouldn't pick it up.
Oh, especially in Ghost Month. If you pick it up and there's a coin, like a coin inside, that instantly you are now married to a dead person.
Yeah. It was so scary. Like there was once I think just this year, and when it's during Ghost Month, I was traveling with my boyfriend and I saw this red envelope on the train, one of the seats. But I'm going to sit on that seat because there's no vacant seat.
Oh.
So I was just like, I push it away and I sit on it.
Do you feel anything inside?
No. But I feel nervous.
Yeah.
Just nervous.
I heard a lot of stories about people accidentally picking the envelopes up, and a lot of bad things happen to them, like weird things. It's said that your wife or your husband would follow you. Yeah, you're a dead person would follow you back to your house and just live with you.
Yeah.
Some people might think we're just being paranoid or superstitious, but I would say people who believe will believe, and people who don't just will not.
But we still respect others' opinions about their religions. But I think our temple is really beautiful, so if you had chance to come to Taiwan, you should visit.
Just think of it as an art.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Incantation,
Go
Go watch it.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. You might get a few good scares, but it's still a good movie. Go watch it. And that's all for today. We hope you enjoy. Comment down below whether you have questions or
We will reply.
Yeah.
And follow our Instagram. Also TikTok.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.